What did you make of the information that Pfizer produced in combination with further restrictions announced in the UK yesterday?
I think, we are where we are, aren't we? So the Omicron data is enormously worrying. For example, in the UK, in terms of this 2.5-day doubling time, and yet the immunology, in some ways, looks a little worse than where we were with Delta. As in, if you're an unvaccinated person or a two-dose vaccinated person who's waned, you've got essentially baseline protection, little protection against infection. If you're a person who gets boosted or has two doses plus prior infection, you're probably going to be in the safe protective zone. And that's looking true now in 3 different Omicron studies and in Delta studies.
So if we weigh up where we're at then, even in the UK, I mean, a lot of AstraZeneca vaccines were administered, and the third round is some form of a Pfizer or something else, Moderna. So what does that mean in terms of the timeline here? Because we've not rolled out those third doses.
Yeah, I think what it means is that it's urgent, and we just need to encourage people to take this seriously. There is an escape route. It's not an easy escape route. The escape route is to have enough neutralizing antibodies on board. You can do it if you've had 3 exposures, and it's been a bit plodding, hasn't it? It could be faster, and we could have more people on 3 doses.
Danny, let me jump in at this point. I'm very interested in the detection of Omicron. I keep hearing anecdotal cases of people who are taking PCR tests and get positives but get no lateral flow positive, or the other way round. And I'm wondering, are the tests, the diagnostic kits that we're currently using, good at recognizing this new variant?
Up to a point, yes, but as ever, it gets more complex and more challenging. So the simple answers are that on the whole, the lateral flow test holds up, and the PCR tests have become complicated, haven't they? Because on the one hand, one of the diagnostic features of Omicron was the dropout of this S band. But on the other hand, we now have some variants of Omicron that do have an S band, and not everything with a dropout is Omicron. So work that one out. It's got complex, and we need to rise to the occasion.
So in our world, we're looking at a universe of financial markets that are now getting very excited because they believe that Omicron is not a significant threat to populations in the way that Delta was or Beta originally appeared to be. Are they drawing the right conclusion here? Can we safely say at this stage that even as we are working on vaccines and the immunological response, we shouldn't be too worried about the potency of this particular variant?
Well, it's a state of kind of an ongoing plateau of worry, isn't it, about the whole thing? But data comes from many sources, doesn't it? It comes from the caseload and the strain on the health service and the number of hospitalizations and the number of deaths and the lab tests, and those are all coming through thick and fast, certainly by the new year, and then we build a picture. But I suppose where I stand is probably bad news, but not considerably worse than where we were before.